Elon penned a pretty epic email to the company last night, so epic that it's the only story I've got tonight, pushing out other major stories in their own right. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 393 for April 18th, 2018. Electrek has the mother of all stories for today's show. They've managed to get a hold of an email sent by Elon to the company, and boy does it tell us a lot about how things are going. The email is so long, I can't read it verbatim on this show and expect to deliver my usual concise show, so I'm going to pull the highlights out and let you have them. Elon starts things off confirming that Tesla has been solid on their 2,000 per week production for 3 weeks, notching 2,020 the first week, 2,070 the next, and finally 2,250 last week. This in addition to cranking out 2,000 combined Model S's and Model X's. Another confirmation we got straight from the horse's mouth is the upcoming production shutdown. The shutdown will be from 3 to 5 days while a comprehensive set of upgrades is completed that is expected to increase production capabilities to 3,000 to 4,000 cars per week next month. It would appear that we can expect another shutdown in May as further upgrades are planned to bring the line up to a 6,000 car per week capacity. In order to support this, Elon puts everyone on notice that they had better darn well be ready. Quote, "Please note that all areas of Tesla and our suppliers will be required to demonstrate a Model 3 capacity of 6,000 per week by building 850 sets of car parts in 24 hours no later than June 30th. Any Tesla department or supplier that is unable to do this will need to have a very good explanation why not, along with a plan for fixing the problem, and present that to me directly. If anyone needs help achieving this, please let me know as soon as possible. We are going to find a way or make a way to get there." End quote. He clarifies that 6,000 is the goal, as they didn't want to have a goal without any wiggle room, given that they had given us a 5,000 car per week target before. He reiterates what we've already heard before, that the whole process can be sabotaged by the least lucky or least competent component in the system. The idea is that this lays the groundwork for a steady 6,000 per week. Here's probably the most surprising bit of the whole thing. Quote, "As part of the drive towards 6K, all Model 3 production at Fremont will move to 24/7 operations. This means that we will be adding another shift to General Assembly, Body and Paint. Please refer anyone you know who you think meets the Tesla bar for talent, drive, and trust. Between Fremont and Giga, Tesla will be adding about 400 people per week for several weeks." End quote. So it looks like both Fremont and Gigafactory will both be seeing a hiring frenzy in the very near future. Elon moves on to what he expects from the company and its proficiency at creating the Model 3. Quote, "Most of the design tolerances of the Model 3 are already better than any other car in the world. Soon, they will all be better. This is not enough. We will keep going until the Model 3 build precision is a factor of 10 better than any other car in the world. I am not kidding. Our car needs to be designed and built with such accuracy and precision that if an owner measures dimensions, panel gaps, and flushness, and their measurements don't match the Model 3 specs, it just means that their measuring tape is wrong. Some parts suppliers will be unwilling or unable to achieve this level of precision. I understand that this will be considered an unreasonable request by some. That's okay. There are lots of other car companies with much lower standards. They just can't work with Tesla." End quote. Nothing really different there than what Elon already had intimated before full production began, that suppliers will keep up or be replaced. Elon turns next to a point that has been something that I'd wish the company would address some time ago, and that is the profitability of the company. While I get why things were done the way they were, I am stoked to see Elon publicly addressing the need for the company to turn a profit. I've been saying for a long time that I'd been hoping that the company would at least take a break and show a profit for a while before heading into Model Y production, which would surely plunge them back into the red. It looks like Tesla is finally looking to please Wall Street, at least a little bit. Quote, "A fair criticism leveled at Tesla by outside critics is that you're not a real company unless you generate a profit, meaning simply that revenue exceeds costs. It didn't make sense to do that until reaching economies of scale, but now we are there. Going forward, we will be far more rigorous about expenditures. I've asked the Tesla finance team to comb through every expense worldwide, no matter how small, and cut everything that doesn't have a strong value justification." End quote. This goes a long way toward fulfilling one of my 2018 predictions that we'd see at least 2 profitable quarters this year. I think it's highly unlikely we'll see a Q2 profit, but Q3 and Q4, especially with the production ramp complete, I think will not only be possible, but probable. Lastly, Elon puts all the contractors on notice to perform, much like the suppliers. Quote, There's a very wide range of contractor performance, from excellent to worse than a drunken sloth. All contracting companies should consider the coming week to be a final opportunity to demonstrate excellence. Any that fail to meet the Tesla standard of excellence will have their contracts ended on Monday." End quote. Elon finished the email with a masterclass in running a business. Too much to relay here, but do yourself a favor and check out the full article to see what he had to say. It will definitely tickle your funny bone. Check out the link to the full story in the show description. While you're at it, please consider supporting the show financially through Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks very much to our super patrons out there supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltauer, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Condici, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Reimer Brown, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Robert Healy, Mitch Long, and Zortec LED Canada. If you can't support with dollars, be sure to show your love with positive reviews and subscriptions on YouTube, iTunes, and other services across the internet. That's it for today's episode. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. I'll see everyone back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.